At the age of 6, I started living with my dad. It was very obvious that my dad really loves me. Even a blind man can tell. When I lost my dad like 14 years back, that was when they actually came out with the true color. Okay. Then I had to now face life squarely. The love wasn't there anymore, so we started having issues. Me, I know they like quarrel, I know they like fights. When I went back to my father's, I was being mocked. Learn to develop yourself. Do not depend on anyone emotionally. Because it will mess you up. I really need to shock myself to be able to meet up financially. Most men who are out there today, they want to go in between you before they give you something. It's not bed of roses out there. If you're not sharp, they go use you shine. Make we come out church, your church na scam. The truth I tell you. So please, I don't advise anyone who is in marriage right now because you're having issues, you want to withdraw from it. Big shout out to FGC Worry.
Shout out.
No, they actually they are really very nice, especially my set 2002.
To you, my people, we don't come again and they welcome you to this episode of Unscripted Seats, where everything what we talk, they 100% unfiltered, unscripted, and we don't hide anything at all. I get Kajat people with me, maybe my co-host inside the studio. With me inside the studio, they call her Debbie Billions, they call her the Ankara Queen, they call her the Odogo wife, they call her the good mama of life. Debbie Billions. Greetings to you, Debbie.
Greetings, everyone.
You're blushing this morning.
Yes, now the compliments are just overwhelming.
Yes, also, not be only have we did with me inside the studio, I also get the Gen Z, the baby girl for life. One of the most beautiful of them all. Z of the good life. Greetings to you, Z.
Hello, everybody.
All right, and now I still tell you about myself because I like to introduce myself and they put plenty condiments when I introduce myself. They call me Edafe the mouthpiece, aka Utonwa, aka Shawama, aka barbecue, aka anything sweet where you like to call me. Feel free to lick your screen if you want to lick your screen. Naim Abi. We got a wonderful guest with us inside the studio. Now she happens to be a petroleum marketer and also a PPE vendor. With us inside the studio, now Miss Alero. Greetings to you, Miss Alero.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much.
I would like to make you tell us about your story.
As you all know, my name is Alero, and I prefer to be called Black Pearl.
Oh, that's Black Pearl.
Yeah, so call me Black Pearl.
That's so nice.
Yeah. At the age of 6, I started living with my dad. Before then, I was actually staying with my grandma.
All right.
But based on the fact that where my dad works, he wasn't really having time. He was a company staff. Most of the time, he works 1 week in and 1 week out. So whenever he's free, the 1 week where he's in town, he will always come around to pick me from my mom's. That's from my grandma, and then I'll be with him. Pending when he's done with the 1 week, then I'll return back home. And that was consistent over a period of time. Then when I was age 6, my dad didn't really say it to be very comfortable for me living with my grandma anymore. Yeah. So I started living with my dad. And as at that time, my dad was married to a very lovely lady. I wouldn't want to mention name here. She was really very, very lovely that I saw everything about a mother figure in her. And she was really inspiring as at then. But as years went by, based on, you're married, you're unable to produce a child, the problem and everything. So it actually led to the problem they had in the marriage, and they actually broke up. So I and my dad, we started living alone, back to that, should I use the word like bachelor life and all that. So I was with my dad, and then it wasn't really too easy for him as a man. So he had to speak to one of his sisters that he needed someone who would be with me in the house while he's off to work for that 1 week. So without wasting time, he was okay. He was very to do as in based on company, Money wasn't really his problem as at then. So they brought a lady who started, that's my aunt. She started living with us. as at when she started living with us, I really felt a little bit relieved, but I noticed that this motherly love wasn't really there because she was actually a young lady then. That my aunt, she should be like in her early 20s then. So both of us were always in the house. Whenever my dad goes to work, like leaving for a week, he will usually drop money. This money na for now. Money is until see front to before I, get back. But you know what happened? This my aunt, she will use this money to flex. Yes, now youthful exuberance. Her age grade in the compound. She will gather them, the ladies there. They'll bring their boyfriends to the house, party like twice a week. But the good thing about it is that she doesn't allow me to be in the midst of them. Why they do all of those parties is either I'm locked in my room, or she'll ask me to go upstairs to play with the kid upstairs. And me, back then, my dad, yes, it was very obvious that my dad really loves me. Even a blind man can tell that this man doesn't play with the child because I am the first and his only daughter back then. So this lady, she wasn't really treating me too well. And my dad was... It wasn't close to me. From afar, though I know he loves me, but from afar, I had this fear. I couldn't really express myself to him. So the lady living with us, she actually noticed and she took an advantage of that. So whenever my dad is not around, I'm always being maltreated.
By your own?
My own aunt. I was always being maltreated. Let me give you an example. Like, if I forget to do the dishes, or if I eventually do the dishes, and children now, you leave the those remnants in the sink. Do you know she will call me? She will pounce on me like I'm a house help, and she'll ask me to use my mouth to pack it. It was that bad. Wow. It was that bad.
In your father's house? Yes,
my father's house. I couldn't really relate the issue to anyone. I was scared of my dad. There was no one to talk to. So she really took advantage of so many instance. She was not really being nice to me. But whenever my dad is around, she becomes so close and So my dad couldn't really code me. I couldn't really say anything. Wow. And I talked a lot growing up. I'll gossip with those little children my age grade in Copa. Are you seeing what this auntie is doing? They will report me back to her.
She'll be like,
So do you know what she does then? She'll call my neighbors, those girls that they do party a lot in our house with their boyfriends. Just like the way we are seated here. And they'll place me in the middle, just where the table is. Sometimes I'll be on my pants and I'll be asked to kneel down, or I should sit there on the floor. And this one start raining abuses on me. This one, referring to my mom, and at the end, the 4 or 5 of them, they'll beat me. Beat me up, yes, as a child then. So I really grew up like I was scared emotionally. I wasn't really in myself. I couldn't really express myself, especially to my dad. And this continued for a very long time. So after a period of time, let me say like I was age 9, my dad got married again. And actually before he got married, this lady actually got pregnant. Unfortunately, she got pregnant and she had the baby boy. So we started living together. When I had to pack out from that house down to the house my dad built, she was really very nice, So I saw reason why I had to fall on her emotionally, because she actually played that motherly figure in my life, like, and she too was a single mom. She had the daughter of my, as in we're same age. And she also had the eldest one. Then back then, that lady was 15 years older than I was, the eldest child. Then she had. So that one, she wasn't living with us. She was living with our grandma as at then. But that girl of my age, we lived together in the same house. So I was so free. We could actually express ourselves. We could do things together. I saw the love from the mom, from her and everything. But my dear, this love was love in disguise. Let's put it in quotes.
Okay.
I think all of this love was coming from the fact that it was what she was actually gaining from my dad. What she was actually gaining, and she had actually saw that the love my dad put towards me, that if she messes with me, most likely the marriage is going to break. To tell you how my dad really loves me. And that continues for a very long time. So I depended on them emotionally. I could actually express myself. She taught me most of the things I know today, how to cook, how to express myself, and I really love cooking. Yeah, you wouldn't believe. Yes, I do. She really brought all of that from me. But along the line, as years went by, when I lost my dad, like 14 years back, that was when they actually came out with the true color. But the mistake is I've always depended on them emotionally. I was in my early 20s when my dad died, I've depended on them emotionally. They make decisions for me. Now, those of us when come from a house, we say they okay. I wouldn't use the word silver spoon. My dad was okay. We weren't lacking anything there. I never knew what was suffering. I never went to bed hungry, except it was a decision. Like, I don't want what is in the house.
Exactly.
You get it? And even at that, my dad was still far from me. But the love was still there. So when I lost my dad, based on the fact that I've depended on them emotionally, I actually tell her everything and anything, and she herself reciprocate that same feelings towards me. So when I lost my dad, now family issues here and there, property matter and all of that. So they kind of deviated from me. They went far away from me. There was this breakage. They actually pulled out from me, and it affected me psychologically, emotionally. Yes, I know you might be saying, lady, you will be 20 in your early 20s. Sorry to say 20. You suppose don't get sense. You suppose don't know this. But the thing be say, I just depend on them emotionally. I think that because it was just the love I needed then,
You got it from
Yes,
them.
and I got it from them. So when they actually pulled out from me, it affected me, and I think I started making mistakes I was not supposed to do because there was no one I could actually talk to. I didn't have friends. Even to date, I barely make friends. I'm not really the friend-making type, So I started making decisions that weren't right. Yes, I finished school quite early. At age 22, I attended University of Benin. I am done with my youth service. I served at Abuja Municipal Area Council. That was where I did my youth service. And it wasn't really too easy. So I needed someone too that I can actually put my emotions on, to depend on. So along came this guy, based on young, fine, sharp babe. Along came this guy. We fell in love, and we started doing things, and before you knew it, I actually got pregnant, and we did a fast kind of marriage, indoor marriage. The guy was just coming up, now young guy, he was just 2 years older than myself. So we just did this indoor thing, and I relocated back from Abuja back to Bayelsa, where we started living together. Hustling guy, it wasn't really too easy. And based on the fact that where I came from, I've been living this kind of soft life. So I started trying to also, then I had to now face life squarely. Based on, as in my emotion is on this guy, but I'm saying, ain't nothing meet up with the standard where my parents give me. And I'm pregnant already. I'm married to him already. I have to cater for the family, I started working, then I owned a restaurant back then. At least it was quite standard back then. I owned a restaurant, and from there we're actually depending on that restaurant for our upkeep, taking care of the children and all of that. But along the line, now maybe as he himself can they grow older, he can say, this woman not be person I really supposed to deal with. The love wasn't there anymore.
From him?
Yeah, from him. The love wasn't there anymore. So we started having issues. Me, I know they like quarrel. I know they like fights. The issues started coming up. Constant reasons like, you not be my tribe person, And I saw that I wasn't welcome anymore in the family. So I started doing my thing, my own.
After the first child?
Yes, after the first child. So I tried to patch up everything, and it was just still moving one way or the other. But the one thing I want you to know is that 70%, or should I even say 80% of the responsibilities of the bills were shouldered on me. And I wanted my kids to have the best, just like the way I had it. But it wasn't coming forth because I had to struggle. Because after the death of my dad, I knew that life was not all about roses. I faced the thorns. It wasn't easy, But it wasn't really helping. I had to do what I did, and as times went by, the professor again started having issue. After I had my second child, we started having an issue that first we broke up. We went our separate ways, and talk here and there, family, and not like this, that. We settled again. We came back and all that. So when we settle again, our welcome package, I took in again for my third child. I took in again for my third child, thinking that everything has, settled. So here came the tragedy we didn't expect. One fateful day, though he has been misbehaving, we've been pashing. When I gave birth to my child, I noticed he started seeing someone else, It wasn't really, I didn't have a choice because I had to live for my kids. So it was like I was not in a marriage, But I just have to be there because I wouldn't want to be mocked. What would they say? Now, remember, I have left home.
Yeah.
I've left my stepmom. What would they say?
Exactly.
They get some. What would they say? So now that what would they say, they keep me. The guy they beat me. It wasn't that type.
But he was just abusing you emotionally.
Yes, emotionally.
Because
Yes.
you relied on
And
him
then
so
being with
much.
another woman and all
Yes.
of that.
So I noticed he started going out. Sometimes he would go out. Sometimes we can be in the house for like a week or two. He doesn't talk with me. So my
Doesn't
kids,
talk
at
with
all. You know, talk to me. Talk to me.
Just
like,
pressing his
That's a
phone.
lot.
they follow me sit down like the way now we they talk. He sit down with me 5 minutes. It's too much. We go drink Martina. We go pop champagne if you do them. It was that bad. So I got used to it. And I saw the reason why I need to train myself emotionally to be independent.
Yes,
So I had to focus on my children. My emotions were diverted to my kids. So I guess he noticed that I wasn't really having his time emotionally too, Though I was still performing my duty as a wife. We want to have sex, we do that. I was thinking everything was still going to come out right, but it didn't. So one day, I noticed he keep complaining of how he used to feel very uneasy with himself. I'll give him my advice. He wouldn't listen. I tried, but he wouldn't listen. So there was a fateful day he went out to the football match. You know how guys, they don't every Saturday,
Saturday morning football.
Football. And then he got back home and was like, "Hey, babe, I'm not feeling too well. I'm feeling funny." I say, "You're feeling funny?" I say, "Yes." So, now he was kind of restless on the chair. I beg, go give me water. Go bring water, come for me, make I drink. So I stood up. I ran into the kitchen to get water. So for me to run back from the kitchen to where he was, I met him on the floor. Actually collapsed. Then I have just given birth to my little girl. Now, my girl, she's 8 years old now. So I try to call my neighbors around because where would they stay? Be like, I'm using like outskirts of the town. So try to call my neighbors around for help, but no one was around. So I had to run down. Someone came before, what did they do? You don't shout, I was confused. We did not do that. I was shouting. Before we can't rush the guy, before we could get to our local hospital, the health center. That was it, It wasn't there anymore. That was how I lost him. And, that one can't be another burden again on me. So I wouldn't want to go through the emotional part, family and all of that, because that's not what I'm here for. So the emotion again, everything was now on me again. I say, now you won't really face life again. What you've been avoiding has finally come back again to you. So I started, my children, I had to relocate back home. When I went back to my father's, I was being mocked. That's the truth. I was
still back to that what people say.
I was being, though I didn't really care what Asada has to say because people would definitely talk. But the immediate family, my stepmom, the mockery, I had so many things, but I had to put myself together. So the responsibility is solely on me, my children, myself, and I tend to teach my kid. I now became a single parent, though before the loss of their dad, the responsibility had been on my shoulder, but at least there's the father figure there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now everything is now me. I'm the father, I'm the mother. I have to let my kid know on a daily basis, say, see this life, not be the way you see, I'm not be so you. You get this little thing that they do for you, appreciate it. Learn to develop yourself. Do not depend on anyone emotionally.
Yeah.
Because they will mess you up. When they know that is your weak point, they will mess you up. My kids, we are really very close. They tell me anything, just like the way I actually relate to my stepmom back then. They tell me anything and everything. My eldest daughter, she's an SS1. She's an SS1 here. Tell me anything and everything. We talk. I tend to let them know that life is not rosy. what you see today, yes, mom is providing for you. We have no one who can actually give us what we need, but God has been faithful. Little also here and there that brings money to our table, to foot bills, to take care of your school, health, and all of that. Please don't be carried away that your mom won't be there for you forever.
Forever, yeah.
Mom won't be there for you forever. I remember back then when I lost my dad, the friends that came now, they were the ones who actually contributed money for the funeral. I didn't do anything. They're the ones who contributed money for the funeral, and the funeral was okay. I remember they said, "Don't worry, Alera. When you need anything, call me.
Exactly.
When you need anything, call me. We are there. Father, we are this, we are that." I say, "Fine." Do you know, I called on my uncle back then. Uncle, I won't finish. I said, "Uncle, like this, so hungry." And he must say, "I don't understand. You dey hungry, how?" I beg, go. No, I not get money.
I get my own wallet.
And even then I go send you something. I say, no problem, sir. So, and this guy was very close to my dad, 5 and 6. So I think I gave him 2-week interval, and I called him again. Reluctantly picked, and the way he spoke with me, I knew he wasn't happy. And back then, he wired me 10K. 10K was quite a large amount of money back then. And I was really happy. After some time again, I like, this one a father, yeah, you know. I call him again. When the guy put me for where I belong. I said, no. I don't try him again. I don't call again. Yes, exactly. How you take no? Now the man tell me.
You not join
exactly. Tell me, say, I get responsibility. You can fend for yourself. You be big, fend for yourself. Like, okay. So I tend to let my kids know that life is not a bed of roses. You need to work. You get it. Don't depend on anyone emotionally. And now you might ask me, how is it affecting my kids? Single parenting, how is it affecting my kids now? I play the father figure, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I don't want to introduce any man into the life of my kid because I need a father figure. I need to be very careful.
Yes, exactly.
Very careful.
Exactly.
Are you getting me? I know some friends will tell me, babe, Afa, as you touch like this, so now one guy supposed there. And I say, of course, guy there now. Of course, there is a guy. But I wouldn't want him to get close to my kid because what I need to see, I haven't gotten it. You get. And one thing you should know is that we single parents, we are being stigmatized. You know, people would like, thank you. And this waiting, you be single, you na bad character drive, you come home for marriage. You don't understand.
A lot of things.
How many persons you go to explain? They tell you go to explain. They give say everybody.
When you go back to your father, like your family side from your dad, then they mock you in what sense? Say, you been get belle before you marry, because you said that you got married, though it was very quick. Why were they really mocking you?
First, one of the reasons why I was being mocked was that, especially from that of my stepmom, she said, if I had really followed her and both of us didn't have an issue, that she would have been able to fulfill the dream my dad wanted for me to leave the country, to go school abroad. Was one of the reasons. And secondly, I think little of my inheritance, though the money wasn't much, I knew I invested it, but you know, Pikin will never suffer before now. You don't put money for Pikin hand like this. It didn't turn out well. My investment rather didn't come out right. So it was being seen that I squandered what I had.
So they imagined that you actually squandered it.
You get it? They imagined I'd squandered it. Officially, it wasn't. It wasn't so. And secondly, it was being taken that I made a wrong decision, because why would a girl I got married at the age of 22.
Early 20s.
So why would you rush into marriage?
Yeah.
I get it.
Sure, you get it. So now life don't show you now. You don't come back.
Abby.
So you don't say I been and say. You get it. Yeah.
So you mentioned that your last child is 8 years old, and that's like 8 years of proper single parenting.
Yes.
How have you been able to balance that with your career? When he was introducing you, he said you're a petroleum marketer. Of course, that is not a small feat. So how have you been able to manage single parenting with your career?
Truly, it hasn't really been easy. Where I live, the place is secured. It's secured, so Leaving my kids at home wasn't really an issue to me. In as much I'm not in, or I wasn't in good terms with my stepmom who actually live in the main apartment. I tend to live in the BQ.
Okay.
So leaving my kids at home is not really an issue. Though I don't lock them and take the key out. I leave the key with them and I give them instruction. And I'm here to say that I'm actually blessed because my kids, they actually listen to instructions.
Yeah.
Before leaving the house, I prepare what I know they need.
Until you get
Then
back.
my eldest daughter, who is 13 now, she was still very young, so she doesn't go into the kitchen. I prepare all what is needed
Everybody
for that
needs.
day, and I go out for my hustle. Are you getting me? And then coming back home, just, normally when you come out, kids will always be kids.
They
You
will
must have
still
done
do a bit of
one
things
or
that-
two ahead. So you
Yeah.
need to scold them, do what you have to do to
yeah.
make everything right and all that. But the truth is that it is not easy. But as they tend to grow, it becomes easier for me. Like my son now is 11. So leaving the house with my eldest, she's 13, she's in the boarding house.
Oh,
My
okay.
son is 11. My girl, she's 8. So I'm like, Damian, like this, okay,
The house will
mommy.
definitely be
Yes,
tidy.
you know what? And that boy, that boy, truly, that boy is God sent to me because he's very
Shout out to
hardworking.
Damian.
He's very hardworking. I'm very proud of him.
Wow.
Yeah, he plays this father figure in the house.
Even at his age.
Yes, he plays the father figure in the house. So sometimes if you hear the way he talks, sometimes you just stand for corner and say, yeah, that's
my
boy.
son.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really too easy, but I've been pushing, I've been doing what I can do.
Still speaking on the career,
Yeah.
does being a single parent limit you career-wise? Does it make you feel like there are so many things I should have done if to say another person did really help me to
Yes,
take care of
yes,
your
yes,
children?
yes. It affects a lot. There are sometimes there are some meetings you would want to attend.
Yeah.
You
When
need
you
a partner.
think, thank you. You need someone you actually need to speak with to get a second person idea.
Yes.
But none. You not just if you just can meet anybody, just they tell
they
say
tell
you
the
need
person that can-
advice.
Yes.
Now person when he know you.
Especially about your business.
Thank you. Now person when he know you, they get now you go fit open up to where. Now you go fit tell you waiting and waiting sup. Waiting you
Right,
go
to
do.
be.
Thank you. What you need to do. According there's this saying that when you've not been there, you can advise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's looks
Advice, but
easy.
within the
Advice,
give
thank you.
Really.
But when you are there, it's not
It's
it all.
different.
It's difficult. You get it. So it really do. It affects me a lot. It affects me a lot. But I don't have a choice but to choke. Should I use the word? I don't know if I'm using the right word, but to choke my kids to make them
Wow.
to make me to be able to balance my kids, the career. Because if I'm not hungry, go beat us.
Yeah.
No be like,
Just have
we go
to
hungry
say.
because most men who are out there today, they want to go in between you before they give you something. And let's assume you actually meet with a man who gives you money. Will he give it to you always? Is the question. Number one.
Yes. Would you
That's
keep
it.
If
asking?
at all, he go even give you again. If you reach 2-3 months before he go give you
Give
again. And now
another
with
one.
plenty calls, with plenty explanation. Why?
Like,
Because
this
plenty
man
billing.
can do that.
thank you. Are you getting
How many
me?
bills you actually give?
Thank you. So
person?
how many men would you want to sleep with to give you money to cater for your
And
family?
for how long?
For how long
Exactly,
would
and
you
for
want to
how
do
long?
that? No. So I need to really, shock myself, even in as much it's not convenient for me. I really need to shock myself to be able to meet up financially. Though I'm not stable now, but God has been faithful. Of
course.
God has been
Actually,
faithful.
You look good, honestly. So
Yeah,
nobody
you
can
look
even tell that.
okay.
You look very okay. I'm sure your children look as beautiful as you do. So how much more?
So that's it.
So you've been saying a lot about men doing this, men doing that. How has single parenting affected your dating life?
I don't hide my kids. First, if I meet a man after we've talked for a while, now, normal questions and all that. I tell you, I get children and be like, this is your body.
I was going to come to that.
She doesn't know she has given birth.
Honestly, I didn't know there were 3. I thought
I was one
Yeah.
or 2.
or 2. I definitely did not imagine there
And I
were 3.
was expecting
She has
6 years,
this
4 years, and she said,
13 and 10
years, right?
Honestly, your body is amazing.
Thank
Really?
you.
So they'll be like, you don't look it. Look at your stomach. You know, you don't look it. And I'll tell you the truth is that I really do get a lot of admirers for that, and I'll say thanks to God. And
of course, you get market value.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why you call yourself Black Pearl.
Black
Now I
Pearl.
understand the name, Black Pearl.
And it's the part of the reason why I still be like this stress to join. Stress to join now. So I don't hide my kids, I tell you this is what my kids, myself, and all of that. And you see along the line, when you don't tell some, say you get children, they frown at it. She has kids, okay. They go withdraw. Some would want to stay. Not that they want to stay because they really love you genuinely. It's because they just want to chop and clean mouth. If you're not sharp, they go use you shine.
Because they feel like because you're a single mother, you need comfort, you need support.
Thank you. They go just chop, they go clean mouth. So single mom, we just need to be very wise. We need to be very. I had an encounter lately with someone. I have been speaking with this guy for going to 6 months. We happened to meet just last week Monday. Yeah, you won't believe me.
For 6 months.
After
6 good months I've been talking with. But and something keeps striking, telling me that, babe, this guy don't marry you. This guy don't marry.
Okay.
This guy don't.
That's
I'm
sense.
gonna say, are you married? Oh no, I'm not married. Okay, time off because he works in a company. The time off. Oh, babe, don't worry. When I come out, and all of them, I'll come out. I'll see you. And the guy, they give me hope, false hope. And yeah, fine. I don't hammer. I don't jam my guy. Are they happy? The time keeps going. I'm like, this is not a two-tail. Because they give me story. No, my Oga, my this, my that. I speak a lot with my daughter. Now I tell my Vicky, say, Valerie, this man don't marry. Because say, mommy, not true. This man don't marry.
Like you really wanted to meet with him, but he was giving excuses.
Always.
I love the fact that you actually talk to her about anything and everything.
Yeah,
I find that really
that's
nice.
very nice.
So my daughter say, yes, so mommy, this man don't marry. This man is married. I say yes, but anyway, let me just give it a see what say. Sometimes your instincts can actually be wrong, But this thing was so strong in me. I'm like, okay. So finally on Monday we met. He called on Friday. We came around for a course. So the company brought us to Warri. I was so excited. I said, at last.
Finally.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm going to meet him. That Friday gave me a reason why I couldn't meet him. On Saturday gave me a reason why I couldn't meet him. On Sunday was a visiting day for my daughter. I had to go to school to visit. He said we should meet us. I said, no, I cannot. My daughter. I need to go first. Children come first.
Yes, definitely.
So I went that Saturday, Sunday, we couldn't see. So on Monday, was like, you don't fuck up now. I was supposed to see Saturday or Sunday. You told me you needed to go see your child. And on Monday now, we are going back. So quickly come and meet me here. Let me say, if I enter, we met. Okay, like this, you're actually good. I like what I'm seeing, I said, thank you. Okay, because of this, now I don't see now, so I like him. I will come back, my time off. I'm coming back, I'm going to spend it with you this Christmas.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, fine, well, all good and done. So he left. Do you know, in the evening, I received a call from someone, hello, a lady. No, sorry, it was actually a WhatsApp message. Hello, beautiful. I say, hello. They say, you get present to babe. I say, present. I say, this guy must be romantic.
Oh, he wants to blow you away.
Yes, she said she sells hair. That she's a hair vendor. That someone actually asked her to give me a gift. That where's my location? They tell her where they stay, but my house address so she could come deliver to me. I'm like, oh, wow. Really? I said, well, I not expect anything, but if at all I'm to expect anything, because I not get boyfriend. Yes. I not get person that they date. So if at all, because this guy, I don't make my mind say, okay, now him. So maybe he wants to do me well. He wants to show himself now. I say, if at all, it should be from this guy. So I gave her an address, but not my house address. Because I need to be careful.
Your kids are there. And
so I gave her an address where she could actually deliver my gifts to me, my gift, surprise gift, like she said. So this guy I wasn't really comfortable. I had to shut him up and say, guy, you sent person me can't give me hair like this. So I received call. I got the shock of my life. First, he denied. He was like, no, he did not. I said, you could be the person. I said, well, that's to show you that if I had maybe other guys I'm with, I wouldn't be free to ask you
that kind of
this.
questions.
Because I'm not with anyone. So as this call came through, I felt it was from you. Now you're telling me you're not the one. So who could be that person? So I guess secret admirer for Kona. I'm still hot. I was waiting. I said, all right, no problem. So later, and I told the lady, I said, well, the person I actually expected said he is not the one. So she said, should I now return the gift? I said, no, not return and I give to her. For her. I said, no problem. Okay, we fixed where she was going to meet me the next day by 10 a.m. the next day. So I said, okay, I wouldn't go to work because I usually leave for work 9, 10 a.m. in the morning. I said I was going to wait to receive it before I go to work. I was in a bit of hell. You know? You're like, don't worry, you're surprised. So later, that same evening, this guy can't send me voice. So I still have it in my phone. He said, you didn't expect anything from anybody before. Why you go just tell the person address where you they stay? Are you that cheap? I was like, I don't get it. You said you weren't the one who actually sent me. I gave this lady a location where she would meet me beside not my house. He said, I just need to tell you now. No. Before then, I'm sorry. Before then, I noticed that the name I saw on the WhatsApp, this lady was answering the name, the same like name with this guy. Yes.
Wow. Like the true color.
Yeah. The same name with this guy. So I called him. I said, guys, this is what I observed. This person who called me, they answer your name. Now they ain't called up, say, hey, what you gonna make me give the woman address first of all? He said, no, the angel receive call. The woman tell him, say, now your family, the woman is sister.
Okay.
He said, sister. He said, that's Monday. He said, that's Monday. That day when me and I we meet, the point where we meet, because it was along the express.
Right.
There's what we call express at Warri. He says, now when two of us they talk, say probably someone have seen me with him. They've related the issue.
Just won't come out.
Exactly. As related the issue to the family. And for a very long time, he hasn't come to Warri. So now they're calling for phone saying, now this tiny woman, that was how this guy described me.
This guy,
tiny.
This guy really gets lines. Wow. He really gets lines to take the follow up.
He said, now this tiny thing I carry, you can't worry.
Can you imagine?
He said, your family there, when they worry, your mama, your papa, you never consider. Now this tiny
Somebody
thing.
please tell me to close my mouth.
Because, you know, can you even imagine the way the guy actually described me? He said, tiny.
That's just...
That's a relationship where I never start. He said, the sister said, maybe say, make I block the number. This one I tell her, pigeon until they talk to me. He said, block the number. Better still, delete her. Don't follow this lady talk. This woman harsh. She said, I go come beat you.
What you doing?
Thank you. I was like, unto what? I've not met with your family members. You've not made any introduction. This now something that they look and say, okay, both of us can actually date. Now you tell me, say they won't beat me. I said, for relationship with us, I said, I not do. Relationship never went. I said, I not do. See the way they describe me. My family say 18. I not do. I beg, you know? So I got so angry. I was like, no, how fellow woman gonna use me to shine like this? I called the lady. I said, madam. The next day she didn't come. I said, madam, hair vendor, where my hair? She said, oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I couldn't come, but tomorrow, because I said, please stop playing games with me. I know what is ongoing. I have spoken with the person who I felt would be the one to give me this surprise package, but it's not coming through. He actually told me who you are. Okay. But he only told me you are the sister. But me, I know you are not the sister. Exactly. For you to say you won't come as come. He said, no, what did he tell you? I said, see, babe, you know they threaten another babe like this. You know they threaten another babe like this.
Because you don't know what you get in stock.
Thank you. I said, you never see, you've not seen me before. You don't know me. You they pass straight across, say you won't come, you won't beat me. When I won't gather.
Maybe now your size, they deceive them.
Exactly.
Then the girl say, okay, cool down, because I really got so furious when I was speaking with her. She was like, oh, okay, babe, cool down. Don't worry, now my battery won't run down. I'm going to get across to you. We'll talk with this, with that. I've been no vex. I said, no problem. Whenever you're ready, you have my line. Just get across to me. So I patiently waited. The next morning, she called And from the background, the air in the chat, honey, what do you take for breakfast? What do you take for breakfast? Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, that used to be shy. What do you take for breakfast? What do you take for breakfast? So she goes, Schnaffelein said hello. I say hi, good morning. He said, you know who they talk? I say, yes, I know who they talk, Madam Hem Vendor. He say, yeah.
You call her Madam
So she was like, okay, babe, man, you tell you the truth. What thing you tell you say they say one call beat you not be true. And the thing be saying that my husband though. We get 4 kids together.
Oh, wow.
I was like, really? He said, yes. I said, okay, no problem. That's good. Thanks for the information. He said, because as at yesterday, she was asking me that, do I know where the man is? Because he tell me, say, shopper, they wait for them, make they carry them, go back to Escravos.
Okay.
Not knowing he was going back home.
Oh, him and his excuses.
So
Can you
this guy, I won't worry this man, they stay.
Can you
and he tell me that
imagine?
Lagos, they say, well, lucky big boy.
Now this thing, now they make women go come, they be like, men as come. You say men.
Will they be like, the truth is that men will stain your whites. They will
No
always
need
stain
to
your
wear white because they go stain your black.
Yeah, exactly. Anything where you wear, man will still find a way to stain it.
No,
for
good
you.
men, we know too many, just 12 of us.
No, that's true. There are
Okay.
good men out there, yeah, truly.
Okay, he said
But
there's
there are
13
few.
of them, including him. Including him, 13.
All right, so so the next one was like, honey, what will you take for breakfast? Then she not got back to me. She dey hear me now. In dey here with me. I said, oh, all right, that's nice. Good to know. So we actually greeted. She actually apologized as she spoke with me. I was like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. She said, we got talking. She says, so she just need to open up to me that the man is married. They have 4 kids. And then she now said something again. Say, I know saying don't promise you marriage, you. But the truth is that I see you like my sister. And my first daughter said, "Una two self be age mates." Now, what is my body?
small
Not be
body.
small.
Nah, small body, they
Oh
come
my God!
disrespect.
My first daughter, Una two self be age
Can you
mates. You know,
imagine?
so I kept
Yeah.
quiet. I was like, "Now, wow, this my body. God help me." Anyways, for the good, you know. So she was like, fine, tomorrow, you never can tell. You could be of help to. And I still have the lady's contact on my phone.
You can still buy hair from her.
She did say
She dey say, from the explanation, she be like, what they say?
She just wanted to know maybe who this her husband has been into for like 6 months. You know that women, how we play our
notice
games
am now,
sometimes.
no be
You know.
like-
So the man side now, the man fit still dey deny you.
Actually,
If you
yes.
see the deny.
Yes,
She's
that's
making
just
an
But you know,
inquiry.
these 2 women now don't be friends. They will come together.
Deny you. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
They go
Because he
come
told
meet.
you that she's his sister.
Yeah, the sister.
And he still maintains the fact that she's his sister.
sister.
Imagine, men, nyama. Anyways. anyways. So being a single mom, being a single parent, that it's not even that you even divorce your husband or something. Life happened. So how have you been able to go on with life do you have a community around you that supports you? And how have they been able to help you?
Yes, I think this is where I need to do a big shout out to FGC Worry.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Yeah, no, they actually they are really very nice, especially my set 2002. I have one of my supporters here. Very nice persons there. I have few friends that I actually call anytime like now so it be for me. They support me well. Even the home branch, we have the home branch all set from right from time to the present, like last year, 2023.
Yeah.
We have everyone then subset group. They've really, really, really been of help to me. I know few of them I can actually call upon and they will
turn up for you.
Turn up for me. Make we come out church. A church na scam.
Ew.
Na the truth I dey tell you. No, come out church. Church, they put tight. I'm not against tights, but sometimes when they say person they in need, at least you should help. It's not collecting. I said, day for you. Let me just give you a story. The church I attend, I think that actually made me to withdraw a little bit. Please don't judge me, okay? Last year, December, it was well. Everywhere was very, very well for me. So, few days to Christmas, I wasn't really having anything home. And kids.
Yeah.
I trained my kids that I know they buy clothes for Christmas. This money that I do. I know they do that and say every Christmas I must buy you.
Yeah.
I must
If
buy
not
you.
they,
You know,
not
and
they.
they understand. That is, do you know I love my kids? They
Because they
understand.
understand.
It's the
You
parents.
get it.
You've trained them to
trained
use
them
that.
to
They
get to
understand
you.
because me now, I said day for year now, so any money when I want also now for January because school fees dey. I don't go chop fried rice, chicken,
then
December,
everything
January. I got
dey
the shine high. I got the boss people for help me. You know, I know try am. So whatever I'm having now, I'm trying to save for January.
January,
You know, So it was so well that last year. Man, I was like, there is nothing. And my friends, those with the support, I don't want to disturb, you know. You get the way person they help you, not every time you go to disturb. You know, not too good like that. You go to use your brain too.
Yeah.
So I actually spoke with a pastor in my church. I know he's going to help. And he said, okay, no problem. Babe, when I know it's the car they can't give me.
What?
Bible and
Oh my God. The church, I don't mention name. The pastor now where to do, don't go,
When you don't say you get.
Yes, wait, because
know,
they
say
get it. They
even
don't say
for the
we they train 50, 500 children. We they give money to widows. We they do this. We they do that. They ended up. They brought me. Should I say? Quarter basket of beans. You know quarter. Do you know a full basket is a paint rubber?
Yeah.
Then half of it in quarter.
Quarter of it. That's like 2 derica or what? 2.5.
Knowing how many children you have.
Then they
Of
brought
beans.
the same thing with Gary. Come back inside white nylon, bring and say Merry Christmas. I was like, with all the offering.
Sorry, I'm curious. So
I
no
said
rice
no.
inside.
Yeah.
No rice.
No
Gary
rice.
and beans.
Just Gary and beans.
Wow. No oil.
Nothing
No Maggi, no onion, no Maggi, no
Jesus.
salt, no palm oil, nothing.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. I was like, is this the church we're attending? Is this the love you said you're sharing? Now let's go to other smaller churches. We know what they do for their members. This one it is in a big church and I know. I don't want to mention name, you know?
It's fine.
Are you getting me?
I can imagine.
So I really have persons who really do support me.
A day. If not chop and
Then tag a Merry Christmas. Now, that's it.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
a
still tag a Merry Christmas.
They have
so-
brought money,
Well,
something else.
we wouldn't just want to blame them and just give them any blame. Let's just leave it the way it is. So, you did not become a single mother by choice. Life happened.
Yeah, like my parents.
And just like you, if a lot of other people, life has happened to them. And probably we don't pray for evil, but life will happen at all times. What would you say to people who, not just because of death, but say abuse and all of that, people
be
who are,
anything.
yes,
They
people
find
who are,
themselves in that
going
position.
to exactly find themselves in the position of a single parent or a single mother or any single parent out there?
Okay. First advice I need to give is that you need to be optimistic in everything you do. It's not easy. Those of you who are in marriage, you maybe little things get you pissed off, like you just want to leave, you want to divorce. It's not bed of roses out there. You get me? Maybe there's a way you can actually sort out your marriage with your husband or with your spouse. There's a way, just find a way to make everything work. Because the moment the both of you are no longer together, automatically, you won't find it easy at all. Because what the man usually used to do, he wouldn't do it anymore. Even you as the wife, you wouldn't do that anymore. Now, I'm like referring to myself that to an extent, most women, they would want to go with their kids. My children, I don't want to leave my kids with anybody. You know, men, and I'm sorry to say men, there's not that I'm trying to be abusing or something.
Don't worry.
They can be carried away. After all, the wife decides to take the keys, so she should take
Let her take the responsibility.
And it's not easy.
Let her do it if it's easy.
If you are not firm financially, please don't take that step. If you are not firm, don't try it.
Attend to the needs.
And even if you think you are firm, think twice.
True.
Because the moment that responsibility starts falling on you, you tend to spend more.
Clothing,
Thank you.
household things,
Like what somebody,
rent.
like what somebody said. He said he felt he was actually rich until he had responsibility, he had children. That was when he knew he doesn't have money. Are you getting me?
Yes, I
All
get
right.
it.
So please, I don't advise anyone who is in marriage right now because you're having issues, you want to withdraw from it. Except in quotes, if you are being maltreated.
Okay.
The man is being
that's what I'm
abused.
saying.
I was going to come to that. Now, as a woman, what would you say about some of these women who tend to leave their homes because of infidelity.
For me, I don't think I can. If
honestly.
not because of death, I don't think I would have
your husband?
divorced. Sorry, I don't think I would divorce
Because of cheating.
because of cheating. Because men will always be men.
Oh.
Men will always be men. See, the truth is, as far as you can give me what I need,
Yeah. Yeah.
you dey respect me. The woman not they come house, come find me.
Normally.
You know they put onto my face, you know
Face,
they rub the
exactly.
shit to my face. I will let you be because men will always be. Now, do you know back then, years back, you know, our parents, forefathers, and all that. What do? They're married to so many wives.
Yes.
And they are able to live together. Yes, we know say some of them they did diabolical, you know. They get them, but they are able to live what? Together.
Yeah.
Now, this our own generation now. We no one share.
No, at all.
You dey get am, nobody wants to share. You dey
Because
get
no
am.
time for the Bible why yes say King Solomon with all those women, one woman poured the other one hot water like who just know.
It not the no worries.
So
They don't
if
record that part.
that means if maybe King Solomon marry these are a generation of women. Somebody
don't
for
fight
now.
that.
Whatever, don't stop.
So that's true. So leaving your marriage because your partner or your spouse is shit, no, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't at all. But what I would want you to keep begging your spouse, either the lady or the man, and just play safe.
Yes.
Play
safe.
Something crazy.
Just play safe.
You know, we've seen cases where the man brings a chronic illness to the house, HIV sometimes. If the woman decides to stay and then she gets such an infection, how far? You know, it's scary. That I think that's why most women leave.
Just leave,
because
exactly.
they're afraid of what could
That's
happen.
true. That's true. I personally, I am amazed at how strong you are. You don't even look like you've been through all of this. But you've done so well.
You know, I'm actually curious. You've told us how single parenting affects you, your dating life, your career. Are there other ways it affects you? Because I have met people that, you know, do this single parenting thing and they're like, if they fit turn back the ends of time and all of that, they really wish. Are there other ways that it affects you aside your dating life and, you know, your career?
My dear, so many ways is affecting me. So many ways. I wouldn't lie to you. But I wouldn't want to just live in that. I just need to find a way around now. You must survive. You must survive, you know. And sometimes it really hurts a lot, you know. It hurts a lot. But what to do? You just have to make yourself happy.
Happy, exactly.
Stay strong.
That's it.
And stay strong.
So what do you have to say to people that stigmatize ladies that are catering for their children by themselves?
Who don't even know the reason why. You don't even know the story behind it.
But they just see you and they're like, this
Single
one has
mother.
something happened. Hey,
You don't leave your husband or they don't run leave and you don't even know the story behind it.
It's just crazy.
All right. I think that's an individual problem, you know, because if you are an exposed person, you wouldn't really just judge anybody based on the situation they are going through.
Yes.
You get me? So it's just a mindset. There are some persons that would see a single mom and they will encourage them. Hey, you're doing good. You're doing good. And there are so many persons out there, especially for this Nigeria. They don't use year single mother issue. You dey get them. Like maybe now you dey date a guy now when you be say he never even born picking before.
Yes.
The next thing you can't say na single mom. The friends alone self go first
Exactly.
discourage.
That's not true.
What are you going to do? The guy, you the crazy, one carry responsibility. This woman they carry one picking, they carry two. They come and this is especially for women. But for men, it's much easier.
Yeah.
Ladies
The
tend
woman
to
that you
understand.
take care
With
of.
their kids.
Thank you. But you know,
There are some people who even say, I prefer single fathers. But no man will ever open his mouth to say
they
I
prefer single
single
because what
mothers.
they see for single mothers will like responsibility. She's coming like myself now. The truth is, and let me use myself as an example. The truth is, if I would want to get settled for any kind of serious relationship, to an extent, I should be financially stable.
Yes.
I don't want to enter marriage or relationship.
burden to somebody.
Thank you.
Then
The man,
it's
I
gonna
call
be
it
like
stress
you want to pay school
demand. I call it stress demand. Let me give you an instant. Before now, if you dey talk of say maybe marriage, you want marry. I for don't enter But this man, I know for like the man get money. Oh. My sister, this man get money. But you know what he tell me? He say, Alero, you go drop your children for their papa side though. You go drop them for their papa side. Because you're stressing yourself. The sisters are there. The aunts, they are there. They should be happy, you know? And I saw that this guy wasn't ready.
You won't push the children.
Thank you. So why should I be with you?
If you're not
Where you're not
ready to
accept. And another thing again, I say that because I never day financially stable.
Yes, you go be no go think that kind
Thank you.
thing.
Yeah.
So instead, you know, say I'm saying that responsibility at the carry come. So if at all I want to get myself involved in any relationship, serious relationship in quotes, that financial stability as in I don't they stable well. When I know say at least yes I can ask, definitely no women we must ask. Man money they suit us.
Thank
We
you.
must ask. That's
Man,
for
money
sure.
is sweet to chop.
So
I can't lie.
if at all I'm going to ask, babe or Annie, you know, support me with what you can. Not like I want to carry all the load and
Pour it on you.
so at least the man said, go say, this is my woman. She gets
did
it.
try.
She said
She
they
gets
try.
it. So I think women out there, single mom, if you want to get yourself involved, I beg, try this stable small financially. Maybe so if you help yourself and help the man, not carry responsibility, give another man. It's not easy to cater for someone else's child.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Just few men can take that.
All right. Well, we don't hear a whole lot from our wonderful guest with the Wibi Alera, and she happens to be a petroleum marketer and also a PPE vendor. And I also want to thank my wonderful co-host Debbie of the Good Life, the Ankara Queen, and also the baby girl of life, the Gen Z in the house, and also myself, Ed Duffy, the mouthpiece. Thank you very much, our wonderful guest Alero. And I also want to appreciate our sponsors, Ico Gas and OR Restaurant, that have been doing good for us. For now, I'll say bye.
While love is the foundation of any healthy relationship, financial stability and security plays a crucial role in its long-term success. According to a study